great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. I'm back in the office. I'll be here for the next hour or so, trying to answer as many immigration law related questions as I can. How's everybody doing? Hoolie's here. A lot of our friends, the OGs, are in the comments. Good to see everybody. Oh, today is Mardi Gras. That means tomorrow is Ash Wednesday. All you sinners better go to church and get forgiven for all your sins. Get that mark on your forehead. I remember when I was a little kid growing up Catholic, that always scared the shit out of me when people were walking around with ashes on their head, even though I had to get ashes on my head. I always thought I was going to get struck by lightning. Speaking of, I saw a clip from a soccer match. I think it was in Indonesia or Sri Lanka, and this guy was playing soccer in the rain and he got struck by lightning during the game. Can you believe it? All right. How's everybody doing? Let me know. How you're doing. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from. It's so great to see the OGs welcoming the new people. I really appreciate that. Everybody in the comments saying hello to the new people. I will be here for the next hour, like I said, trying to answer your questions. They can be immigration related or not. And I want to say something today that I think is fair. And what I want to say is Joe Biden doesn't give a shit about immigrants. Joe Biden, Antony Blinken, your Jadu, they don't give a shit about immigrants. Now, that's true. And what also is true is Donald Trump hates immigrants. So in this election, if you're thinking about the immigration issue as something that motivates you for voting for president, and I think it's an important issue to vote for president on, yes, you may be choosing between two bad choices, but there's a huge difference between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Only one candidate is promising the most massive deportations that you've ever did see, and his name is Donald Trump. So he wants to deport everybody in the country who's here without status. But man, oh man, I got to tell you how disheartened I am by the lack of any real voice or plan for fixing our immigration system. I 100% believe that with my heart. It's an issue that Joe Biden's never been all that concerned about, never been high on his list of priorities. I think he likes to get things done in a congressional kind of way. But man, I will vote for him mainly as a vote against Donald Trump, because I think Donald Trump is a threat to the world. Did you see that he's encouraging his friend Vladimir Putin to invade NATO countries that aren't paying their bills? I don't really get that, but it's a scary, scary world we're living in, and I think a lot of Americans are asleep at the wheel, and they think solutions like Robert Kennedy or not voting are acceptable outcomes in November. I don't think that is true. I think that this is the greatest threat to democracy we've had in a really long time. People, immigrants and non-immigrants, need to wake up and understand that. So I 100% believe that Vladimir Putin is blackmailing many members of the Republican Party. I can find no other reason why the party of Ronald Reagan, when I was 10 years old, Ronald Reagan got elected president. When I was 10 years old, Ronald Reagan came and he declared a new war against the evil empire of the Soviet Union. And I'm no fan of Ronald Reagan's, but Republicans back then and the Republicans now are night and day in how they treat the threat that is the KGB, the former Soviet Union, Russia, I have to think that guys like Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, Tucker Carlson, Donald Trump, there's so many weird ties to Russia, so many weird things that happened, that I have to think that they're being blackmailed. I can't think of no other reason why Donald Trump would kiss Putin's ass as much as he does, and why so many Republicans would oppose aid to Ukraine to protect a democracy instead choosing to support the former head of the KGB in his made-up war against Ukraine, right? So with all that being said, it's an important election. Make sure that you vote. Make sure you pay attention. I'm going to be here, like I said, for the next hour to answer immigration-related questions. And I'm going to start with my man, Fred. What's up, Fred?
Hey, Jim. How are you today?
Great. How you doing?
Good, good. Just got a, I just got a rejection notice on I-131 of my parents, from the USCIS. And the reason is that we didn't sign at the final. But the form is editable on the signature part, so we just type it. We just type the name on the signature, but not sign by hand. And that's why they sent us the rejection notice with a green paper. And I'm asking. I'm here to asking. What's the next step, and how do we fix that?
A rejection notice or a denial notice?
It's a rejection notice.
Okay, so they did you a favor. So what your parents? What kind of a 131 is it? Is it advanced parole attached to a green card application?
It's an advanced parole coming with 485 and 765 together to the USCIS.
So I would just have them sign it in ink over the part that where you typed it. Just sign it in ink over it and send it back with a cover letter explaining what happened.
Yeah, they just said because we didn't sign, that's why they sent it back.
So now what I'm telling you to do is get a blue pen. Have mom sign her form, dad sign his form, then do a cover letter and send it all back.
Send it all back. Okay.
Do you have the 485 receipt notices yet?
Not yet, but we're still waiting that.
So I would wait for the 485 receipt notices so you can tie it all together. Otherwise, you're going to confuse them.
Okay. Do you think we still need to pay again, on the I-31?
You don't pay for not yet. You don't pay for an I-131 yet. Not till April 1st do you pay for an I-131. It's included in the filing fee of the 485.
Okay. So if it comes with 485, we don't have to pay the I-131 again to the USCIS, right?
Not again. You didn't send payment for the 131 by itself last time, did you?
No.
Yeah, so you keep saying again, but not again. You don't pay it at all. You don't have to pay for it. But that's why you need that receipt notice for the 485, so they know why you don't have to pay. Otherwise, they'll send it back again.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Jim.
Bye, Fred. See you, buddy.
Yep, see you.
Yeah, so when it comes to signatures, you can't do that like lawyers do, /s/ and then type it in. You have to actually write it in ink, or you can write it in ink and then scan that in, which is what a lot of people do. All right, let's go to In Crisis. Hello, In Crisis. Please answer my call. I am here to answer your call.
Hello, sir. Greetings to you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. What's going on? Why are you in crisis?
I appreciate you accepting my call. I have been going through a lot of stress right now. So
Well, tell me about it.
I am in the state of Texas under the Houston Asylum Office. I have been pending asylum for a long time. So recently, police stopped me and I was arrested. I was put in the correctional facility. You can also call it jail. And they put me an accusation of misdemeanor class B, evading a police officer. And I have a few questions that I would like to discuss with you, and I would really appreciate your response.
Okay.
The first one would be, how will it impact my asylum eligibility or other immigration routes? That is the first question I have.
So tell me what happened.
So I was just driving and police was following me behind. I could not notice. And as soon as I noticed, I was just trying to take a parking lot that was next to me. And police just stopped me and they did not consider anything. Then I let them check my car and my belongings. They checked all of my belongings and everything. They could not find anything. Still, the officer who arrested me, he was very adamant about his decision, and he just said that, okay, I have to go to the jail. I keep explaining that it is going to have a huge impact on my life and for the rest of my life over here, but he did not pay any attention. So
did they did they say, like, is there have you gotten the police report? Is there a description of what they say you were doing and why
yeah,
you considered it
yeah,
trying to evade the police?
yeah. The police report says a misdemeanor class B, evading a police officer. It says that I kept driving when they were behind me and I did not comply with them, and my front bumper light was off. So that was the reason they were following me. But I had a very long day and I did not pay any attention, and I did not have anything like illegal or anything for me to evade them. So I went to the court, my first court hearing, and my attorney, court appointed attorney with whom I can hardly speak, he only communicates with me via text, and he just applied for pre-trial diversion so that I can just get out of it. But my pre-trial diversion request got denied right now. So what he suggested me, I should do a deferred adjudication and expunge the arrest, and which is not going to help because I had to disclose the whole thing when it comes to asylum or future green card application if I get eligible for asylum, because if I do not disclose anything, that will be considered as potential fraud with USCIS and it will make me ineligible for any immigration process.
Well, I think you're making some big jumps there. So
Yeah.
so what is the maximum range of sentence for the thing that you are currently charged with?
2 years in jail, and this is
Oh.
my first offense, and I never ever had any criminal record or anything like that.
Jesus Christ. So you're not paying this lawyer?
No, it's the court appointed. I'm sorry. I'm just nervous. It's 6 months in jail.
Well, which is it? That's very important.
Yes.
So the most that you could be sentenced is 6 months in jail?
Yes, 6 months in jail and plus fines or both.
Do you have any money to pay a real criminal defense attorney? No, I'm not saying real. I mean, plenty of public defenders are real attorneys, but a lot of them, if he's only talking to you by text, and does he know about your immigration status?
Yes, I told him everything, and it's. I have been requesting him, what are your available days? I would like to meet you in person. He just filed the first pre-trial diversion letter without even letting me know. He did not add any context, I'm sure, and it got denied. So I do not have financial means to afford anyone. I just work for a retail, doing a minimum wage job right now.
How long ago did you apply for asylum?
I applied in 2019.
What country are you from?
I'm originally from the country of Bangladesh.
Okay. So what's your question for me specifically?
The first question would be, I have been researching a lot of things online, and some of articles are suggesting that somebody can even still be admissible to the US even they have felony record. Some of them are saying that having a misdemeanor conviction is going to hugely impact someone's immigration process. So having a misdemeanor class B, if the conviction happens, how is it going to impact my asylum eligibility?
Well, it's probably in between the two things you just said. So
Mhm.
now, the hardest thing for any immigration lawyer to do, I believe, the hardest thing is to figure out what are the immigration consequences of a conviction or a guilty plea. And
Right.
And a plea could include diversion or, any sort of, a lot of states have sort of alternative sentencing, but you have to see what is the person generally pleading guilty to. So in answer to your question overall, I don't think this is going to impact your ability to get asylum. But I think you've stated where the real problem might be, and that is with the green card. Now, generally, a sentence of 6 months, you should, depending on the wording of the statute. See, that's the real problem. Is there are 50 states, and all 50 states have their own criminal code, their own statutes, and it's not always easy to figure out whether the state conviction matches the federal definition of a crime involving moral turpitude, right? So evading police is something that USCIS would be interested in, I would think. So then we have to analyze the possible range of sentence, and so it's hard for me to tell you generally, but I think you're right to ask the question. So I think you have to figure out a way to have someone figure out what that plea is going to do to you, and then you might have to go to trial and win. I don't know. It's hard for me to say.
Thank you for the answer. I'll have a follow-up question if you do not mind me asking.
Go for it.
I have pro bono immigration attorney, and since I could not afford attorney at the first place at all, so my pro bono immigration attorney is suggesting that I should file a mandamus, since my case has been pending since 2019 and it's been a long time. And my question is that should I pursue that route, especially when an accusation is pending on my head, or should I wait until it get cleared? It can also happen that I will get convicted if I wait that long. So, what is your suggestion?
You know that I'm a big fan of filing mandamus actions, but I would not file a mandamus action with a pending criminal case.
Okay.
I think that's the last time you want them to decide your case. Have you ever been interviewed on your case?
No, they never send me anything.
Yeah. I think you want to lay low, figure out the immigration consequences of your plea, get that taken care of, and then maybe file for mandamus, or maybe just keep waiting.
So the other stuff I think about is that facing an asylum officer where having a pending accusation, can it be better than facing an asylum officer being convicted of a misdemeanor?
I think you want to have. That's a hard question. I think that in fairness, in honesty, what I think would happen is if you had a pending case, they would sit on the asylum case until they figure out the distribution, the disposition.
Mm-hmm. So they will tell me, we'll make your decision until your criminal case is going to be solved or something like that.
That's my thought.
Yeah.
Hey, did they charge you, like, did you get traffic tickets like speeding or driving with a bus headlight?
No, they did not charge me anything like that. So the officer who arrested me, he was a rookie. He got hired last year. I did my research on my case, and he was very adamant about what he was doing. The other officers who was next to him, they were suggesting him, you should talk to that person. You should talk to him before you put any charges on him. But he was that no, he was shutting the door on my face. He did not want to speak to me at all. So
that sucks, man. Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate your help, and maybe I would like to follow up with you in the future how the math is going on.
Thanks, man.
Okay, thanks, sir.
See ya. Yep. Fran is here. Hello, Fran. You're on mute, Fran. You're on mute, Fran.
Sorry. Hi.
How are you?
Go off camera, please.
Done.
All right. Let me try to give you my background for you to understand a little. So I'm from Brazil. I came to United States in 2008 on a J1 visa, working travel, and then I changed it for F1 student, and I was studying English at the time. Then I changed it for B1. Then it was rejected, and then I decided to go back.
Wait. Hold on. Did you graduate on your F1, or did you just finish your studies?
No, it was just a English course, a regular English course.
For how long?
No, like I stayed more than a year, so total was 2 years and a half. And then
And
I got pregnant. My son was born here with a Brazilian as well. And I wanna get back to my family back in the time with my baby. He was little. So, and then I decided to change it for B1 and it was not accepted. I went back to Brazil. So 10 years, more than 10 years later, which was now 2022, I returned to United States. I'm here now, and I brought my son with me. He's 13 now. We came as a tourist because he was born here. He has never been before, so we were like here. And then,
can I ask a question about that?
yes,
When you went to the embassy and applied for a new visit visa, right?
yes,
Did they ask you about what happened the last time you were here?
They asked me, and then I told, because I'm graduated as a teacher. So back in the time, my English was zero, none. And I decided to change it, my visa, to study English, to be able to work in Brazil. And then they asked it was like very, very fast.
And this one, when you came on this visit visa, did you disclose
Yes.
what had happened last time?
Yeah, they asked like 2 or 3 questions. That's it. They asked me what I did in the past, what was the purpose, and what was the purpose of coming now. They asked one more question, I don't remember which. It was pretty fast to get my visa as a tourist now.
Okay, but as far as if I'm worried that they maybe didn't know about everything that happened to you the last time you came to the United States, you feel like they were on notice of the fact that you had come on an F1, tried to change to a B and got denied. You understand that?
I kind of said quick what happened. I say that I decided to stay more in the United States because I want to learn English. So
This time you mean?
yeah.
No, but my question is, did you make it clear to them that you had this long history, or could they have thought this was your first time in the United States? That's my question.
No, because when I submit all paper and everything, I submit everything that I had it.
Great.
Yeah,
Okay,
they
that's
knew
what I
it.
wanted
Yeah.
to know. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, keep going.
So, and then I told them that my son was American, and I wanted to bring him to visit and visit his city, which is Orlando, get to visit like parks and get like some fun here. So was in the interview like 2022.
Okay.
Then I stayed here, and then we decided to stay. So I enrolled him in a school and to start studying here, and I changed my visa to F1 again.
Okay.
Which was approved. I'm currently studying.
Okay.
So now I was looking to change it for as soon as I finish, my English. I was going to look for study in college or in a course or go forward, right? But in between that, this is my question now. In between that, so I applied on 2002. In July, I came as a tourist. In January, a little bit before the 6 months, I changed it for F1. And then on August 2023, my school started. In October, I met my boyfriend. My current boyfriend, we are talking, and we are planning to get married. But we are a Christian couple. We have been having like strong talks and deep talks about it, and we want to do what is right, and more than ever. Mainly in God's eyes, right? So we want to get married before starting living together, before starting everything else. So also I want my family to come for the wedding. So he proposed me for us to get married on a boat, on a ship. And this is what I'm afraid of it. So once I'm an F1 student, I've been searching a little about going to a boat, Bahamas or wherever here.
No, not the Bahamas. No.
Yeah, or Mexico
No,
and
not
those type of
Mexico.
things.
Nope.
Yeah. So
No,
some people, they said, oh, don't get out of the boat, right? Just get
no.
married
Fuck
on
the
the
boat.
boat.
Forget the boat. Boat is over. No boat.
No boat. Yeah. I told him, let me call someone. I met you like recently 3 months ago, and I started like no, a month ago, and I started listening to you every day, every day. You being an awesome source for all of us.
Great.
And I was wondering in my mind, even to translate you to Brazilians, because most of Brazilians, they don't speak English, and you were amazing, and your answer like so clear, and it was like, oh my God, I wish everyone could listen to you. So congratulations for your
Thanks.
work.
That'd be great. So the reason you don't want to get on a boat is because if you go to the Bahamas or go to Mexico, you don't have an F1 stamp in your passport, and you came on a visit visa. So if you go over to Mexico to get married, you'd have to go to the consulate and try to get an F1 visa. There's no way in hell they're going to give you an F1 visa once they figure out you have a boyfriend in the United States, right? So
Yeah.
get married at the church in Orlando, do your wedding, do all that stuff. I'm all in favor of that, but don't leave the United States until you get your advanced parole on your green card application.
Okay. Even though if we get married here, let's say in April, and then we do like a wedding like on the boat, even though we got married in paper and we filed here, everything before we get into a boat is not recommended until I get the paper.
It's gonna be a year till you have permission to leave the United States after you get married.
Okay.
So
All right. So
forget the boat.
before that,
Find a nice
no.
island, an island in Florida.
Yeah. Okay. So I have one more question. So about passports. When I file all my passport history and everything, the stamps and everything, I-95, should I copy all both passports because I have the first one and now one, or just the recent one?
Sure, all of them.
Both. Okay. My son, once he's American, he should be counted and listed on a household size, even though we're not applying for him.
If they're on your taxes, yeah, for sure.
Okay. What else?
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah,
This
sure.
person that you're marrying, did you meet them after you came to the United States on this trip or before?
After.
Okay. You're going to want to prove that for sure.
Yes. Okay. How about the I-693 medical exam? Should we submit together or later? Can
After you get married, do your medical. Don't do your medical before you get married.
okay.
But submit it with the application, then you might not have an interview. But you have a little bit of a complicated immigration history, so I think you'll probably have an interview.
Yeah. So, and advanced parole, should I submit as well together?
Yeah, you can, but like I said, you'll probably get the green card before you get that.
Okay.
Thanks, Fran.
All right.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to Jalal. Hello, Jalal. How you doing, man?
Assalamu alaikum, Jim. How are you?
Walaikum salam. You got a cold or something? You sound like you got a cold.
Yep. It has been cold in Qatar these days.
Ah, how you doing? What can I help with?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I have a quick question, Jim, to be not long for you. My case is in your great attorney, as you know.
Yeah.
I did married here in Doha, Qatar, last year. Everything is okay until now. Only one thing. My stepdaughter want to apply for scholarship by FAFSA, right? It's called FAFSA.
Yeah.
Okay. So my wife, she's an American citizen. She applied normally. Then she sent me a form, which I submitted by call to FAFSA, like small interview, like who are you, where are you resident, what's your job, what's your address.
Mm.
They send me like an email, confidential email paperwork to complete. it's per as a verification ID.
Yeah.
It's called verification ID.
Yeah.
Then I submit it.
Okay.
Since 3 weeks, no feedback. We call them, me and my wife, many times. They hang out. Like, I think there is an issue in FAFSA with everybody, not only with us.
Yeah.
Then the school in Kansas for my stepdaughter said the last chance is the 16th.
Hey, Jalal,
So
can I just
after
tell you something?
tomorrow.
Can I just
So
tell you something? I don't know anything about FAFSA. When it comes to the intersection of immigration and FAFSA, I have no idea how any of that stuff works. So I'm probably not gonna be able to answer your
no, I'm
question.
not. I just give you an introduction because
Okay,
my
so
question is
what's the immigration question, my brother?
the immigration question. My wife, when submit the form of FAFSA, she puts married as we are married in
Yeah,
Qatar, right?
right. Yep.
Then it doesn't work when I file me too. When I file me too, the verification ID, it doesn't work.
That doesn't
So
surprise me. Yeah,
I have no social security number.
right,
I don't pay taxes. I'm
right.
not in United States yet. So should my wife put in married or married?
Gotta put married.
Married.
Gotta put married. Otherwise she screws up your case.
She what?
But if she puts unmarried, then she's telling the federal government on one form that she's married. She's telling the federal government on another form that she's unmarried. Right? That's a big problem.
Uh-huh.
You can't tell. So sometimes people have to ask themselves, which is more important, getting my husband here or getting my kid financial aid through FAFSA? Sometimes you can't have it both.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's what I need. Yeah. So this is my question. So we should continue with married and we call again FAFSA. That's all.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you.
I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Raza's here. Hello, Raza.
Hey, Jim, how are you? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine.
All right. Got a question for you. One of my friend, he got married in March 2021. They filed their green card in April of 2022, so a year and 1 month after. But as soon as they filed, their marriage started to deteriorating. It went south, and the spouse moves out. His wife moves out in May of 2023, so a year after they filed the green card.
Before it's approved.
So he got the EAD, before it's approved, yes.
Okay.
And the I-130 was approved in June of 2023. And by the way, before all this, before the marriage, he was on H-1B
Okay.
working. Now, the H-1B expires next month.
Is it the first H-1B or the second H-1B?
The second one.
So he's out of it
been on
6 years.
Yeah, he's been on H-1B for 6 years, I think. That's what
Right.
he said.
Yeah.
And he said he can extend it till October.
Right.
And they also have a daughter together. And so he have the EAD. He hasn't used it yet, so I guess his H-1B status is still intact.
Exactly.
And but now since the marriage is going south, he's afraid that if they're called in for the interview, the green card might not go through, or it's in limbo, right? So, and his in-laws or his spouse is not really being cooperative with him in any way. I mean, forget about the green card, the marriage itself, they're not being cooperative.
What country is this couple from?
The couple is from Pakistan.
Yeah, I've seen this movie before. Okay.
I'm sure, yeah. Now, since he has a daughter here, he's wondering what his options are. Now he's considering, he went to some attorney and they recommended WAWA, which I don't know how, and asking for $20,000. But as far as I can see, that's not gonna fly. He's also considering moving to F1, but he can only stay so much with that. So what is your advice that he do?
So is the wife going to divorce him?
they're not talking about divorce, but they're not interested in, they're on this higher power where they have all the immigration power, and this guy is in the bottom of the food chain here. So they're trying to drag it as much as they can.
That's what I meant when I saw this Pakistan movie before. That's exactly what I meant. I've had that happen probably once a year since I became an immigration lawyer.
You fought my case too, so maybe that was it was pretty much similar. But yeah.
So the problem is, I mean, he's in a very, very perilous situation because, as you know, the U.S. citizen has all the power, so they could withdraw the I-130. I mean, what happens if the green card comes tomorrow? Then what happens?
If the green card's, I don't know. What do you mean?
Well, if the green card, I mean, is this guy holding out, hoping for the green card? I mean, what's the long-term plan?
He is. I mean, so H-1B is going to go away next month or in October. The other option is either hold and camp here for the green card if it comes in. If it comes in, then it would be. So they got married in 2021, 2, 3. So it will be a 10-year green card, I believe.
Yep.
So, but still, I mean, that's what his hope is, which I'm afraid that if they're calling for an interview, then it's not going to happen, I guess.
What would happen if there was an interview? If they got an interview notice tomorrow, what would happen? Would she go?
She wouldn't know. They're already excusing. I mean, he waited a year just so that they wouldn't think that he married her for a green card. I know him personally, and he was busy with
waiting for as long as it takes while the green card is pending. That doesn't get you any credit or anything. That's
I know, but I mean, they're trying to. I mean, that's the easiest excuse, the easiest blame that you could put on an immigrant, that he married someone for a green card. So they're trying to play that game and say, "Oh, you married us for a green card," even though they have a daughter together, and he has shown all willingness to patch things up.
So what's the question? Do I think he's screwed? Yes, I think he's screwed.
The question is, what are his options? I think so too.
He doesn't have any. He doesn't have any. He can either go back to F1, but how long he's going to stay in that role for 20 years until the kid becomes a citizen or becomes 21?
Okay. He texted me. He said, "I don't think she will go to the interview, and he just wants to stay here so he'll be able to meet the daughter." That's
so he's watching and texting you while we're talking.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
That's okay. So wait, you say he just wants to see the daughter, then he's ready to go back?
No, he wants to stay so that he could meet her on a regular basis. You know how.
Did his employer sponsor him for a perm? Like, are they doing the employment route or no?
I don't think so. No, they did make a full-time offer to him, but they're under the impression the time when they made the full-time offer, they were under the impression that the green card is going to come through, but that's not happening.
So this is why you always keep your options open. This is why you say, "Yes, Mr. Employer, I think this marriage is going to go okay, but her family's a little squirrely. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this green card after all. She might hold out on me, or even if everything's great." You have to assume the worst, and that's why you say, "Yes, employer, please proceed." Right?
I know. Yeah. If you could go back in time, man.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, this is a sad situation. We see this a couple times a year where U.S. citizen marries a foreign national, and U.S. citizen and the person sort of puts all their eggs in that basket, and they either stop going to school, or they quit their job, or they fall out of status, and then then the couple gets pregnant, and then they have a falling out. The U.S. citizen has a ton of control right up until the point that green card is issued. So I think your friend's in trouble.
If he goes to F1, he would need to go to school, but not be able to work, right? On the CPT.
Work 20 hours a week on campus.
Okay. So that is at least some option to stay. All right. I think that was my question.
Bye, Raza.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks,
buddy. All right. Let's go to Omer. Hello, Omer.
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
Great. How are you doing?
Doing well, thanks. So I applied for my mom's green card renewal, 10-year renewal, in November of 2021, 2 years and some months ago, and it has been under review for all this time. She got her biometrics taken twice. The last time was September 2022. So my question is, should I file a lawsuit, or should I go ahead and like apply for her citizenship because she's eligible there too?
So question number one is, if you had to guess, why haven't they approved it?
No idea, because I applied for my dad's the same time and he got it within a week.
Wow, usually dads go slower than moms.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Did mom during the time that mom had her green card, did she have any overstays of more than 6 months where she was out of the country?
No.
Nothing?
Maybe, well, COVID, yes. During
Tell me
COVID.
about that.
I mean, she could just not travel because there were no flights from Saudi Arabia where she was living.
So she was outside of the United States from when to when?
During COVID, I mean, I don't remember exactly the time period, but it was more than 6 months.
How long was it?
Maybe 8 or 9.
Did dad have that same trip outside?
Yeah.
Okay. So when did mom come back from that long trip?
So I think she came back, I would say they left in January 2020 and came back October 2020.
And then you applied a year later.
Yes, applied for renewal, yes.
So that probably broke mom's continuous residence, so I don't think she can apply for citizenship just yet.
Okay.
I think she has to wait 4 years and 1 day from the return of that long trip.
Okay.
So I would probably has she been getting a stamp in her passport, or has she just been stuck here in the United States?
No, she's traveled but since that time. Yeah, she gets that letter that extends her green card.
Okay. So I think you have to wait 4 years and a day for citizenship, and I think you could sue. We could probably get it. It seems sort of dumb to have to sue over an I-90, but we've done it before. So if you want to sue, we certainly can. I think. Where does mom live?
I mean, right now in Chicago.
Yeah.
Otherwise in Pakistan when she's not here.
But no other trips more than 6 months since that one in COVID time.
No.
And where is she right now?
Here, Chicago.
Yeah. We could sue. Sure. And
Okay.
Chicago's a great place to sue. They get moving right away.
Okay. Then I'll be in touch.
Awesome. Thanks, Omer.
Thanks, Jim.
Bye, buddy. All right. Let's go to Raza. Raza, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. How are you, Jim?
I'm great, buddy. How you doing?
You probably remember me last time I called and I told you that I missed an appointment for my green card.
Yeah.
So we got the appointment now.
Okay.
That's a good news. Second thing is me and my wife appointment are kind of a half an hour apart. Is that okay, right? So
Wait, what?
me and my wife appointment is half an hour apart from each other.
Oh,
That's how we got it.
I think you said our apartments are half an hour. Wait, so what kind of a green card is this? Employment or what?
No, it's IR5.
IR5? So who's sponsoring you?
My son, basically.
And he's coming?
No, he's in US.
Oh, where are you?
I'm in Canada.
Oh, so you have an embassy interview.
Yeah,
So you and your wife have interviews where, Montreal?
that's right.
A half hour apart?
Yeah.
So just so I know, so for my own education, how long ago was the appointment that you missed? How long did it take for them to reschedule it?
November. So mine was January 26th, and now I got it for March 13th.
So that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. So the another question that I have is it's about my wife had an issue with the non-immigrant waiver. The waiver was approved, but they didn't let her go because the border people told her that you have to apply for a visit visa being a Canadian citizen. That basically they were thinking that she's going to stay there. Now this non-immigrant waiver was approved. So what do you think about our case? Like, you think they can make any objection or something based on the previous?
Why did mom need a waiver?
Because last time she misrepresented basically when she was doing the visitor visa a long time back, 20 years ago.
What happened?
Basically, she was like, at that time she lied basically that she was staying in Pakistan, but in fact she was with me in US. It's a complicated story, by the way. So
okay, so only she has the misrepresentation problem, not you.
Not me.
Okay, and so she was able to get a waiver. What was the basis of the waiver? Why did they give her that non-immigrant waiver? What was
based on humanitarian? There is some Hanukkah or something. I don't remember the exact keyword, but it's a humanitarian basis. Basically, they approved her waiver for non-immigrant.
How long ago was that?
She hasn't gone to US for last 21 years, basically.
And in all the paperwork that has been submitted now, based on your son's filing of the I-130 and then the consular processing for the DS-260,
yeah,
has she alerted them of all that situation?
Yes, 100%.
So I think she's going to get refused at the embassy and probably have to do another waiver.
Okay. And that will be some I-601 or something, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, this is what I heard. Okay. Is there anything else?
Yeah, cover letter.
And do we have to take a cover letter or something to show the embassy consular office?
A cover letter about what?
Like, she heard about some sort of cover letter you have to take, or was that maybe related to something else? I don't know.
I think you're fine.
I think you're fine. Okay. Or what about if we want to hire you for interview prep? Like, you guys provide that service?
We don't really do that so much, but we could definitely do the waiver. If you wanted to hire us for the waiver, we could do that ahead of time. But interview prep, we don't really. It's sort of late in the game for us to get involved.
So Jim, is there a chance that they can waive this and we don't have to go for a waiver for her?
Maybe because it was so long ago, but usually when you have a misrepresentation, that's sort of a black mark that stays on your record. So I think the chances of that are pretty small.
Okay. So perfect. So if you want to get in touch with you, like, I think it's an email, right? Last time I heard about this.
Yeah. info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I will tell her to contact you basically.
All right. Thanks, Raza. Good luck, guys. Yep. See ya.
Okay. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. M. Farouk is here. What's up, M. Farouk, in your Yankees hat?
It's because I've a bit of a messy hair going on. Thank you very much for having me. Let me
Sure.
move to a bit quieter place so that I can ask the question that I need to ask. And I really appreciate that you taking my
My
call
pleasure.
and query. Right. Okay. So my case, which was sponsored by my mother, has been approved back in September 2023. So like about a few months ago. And my priority date is 2017. And as per the recent bulletin, the priority date that is being processed right now is 2015.
Mhm.
My question is there a way where, since my priority date is not current, is there a way we can kind of file for I-485 to have that process now?
No, it'd be rejected. They can't accept it because your priority date's not current.
Okay. So what if because my mom lives here and I come here to visit her on visitor visa every now and then, or whenever I can, or whenever there's something that I need to take care of about her. And she has certain medical conditions because she's a cancer survivor as well, and she's on the long-term medications. And is there a way that we can use as a cover letter to tell Home Department that I need to take care of
Nope.
my mother in a certain way, which is the truth as well?
They don't care. They don't care, and there's no provision that lets you jump in line ahead of other people. It's just all that it is Congress has a cap on it, And you could write the nicest letter in the world and your mom could be on death's door. I'm glad she isn't, but they don't care and there's nothing they can do about that.
Okay, so the only thing is that I have to wait until my case date is current.
Right.
And what if I have like potential job offer letter that states that, you know, if I have my social and my work authorization, my potential employer would like to hire me?
There's no work authorization you can get unless they sponsor you like for an H-1B or something. But that's all independent. Mom, you can get no benefit from mom having filed that I-130 petition for you. You can't get work authorization or anything else. You can't get permission to stay until that becomes current.
Okay. I think that sums it up. I think that's it. Really, you put it on very plain words, and it's been really helpful, man. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Farouk.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
See you, buddy. All right. Yuba City. What's up, Yuba City? You're on mute, Yuba City.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Sorry, I'm eating.
Oh, good. I took you off camera.
All right. Yes. I just want to ask just a few questions, 2 or 3. My spouse trying to have me medical insurance, but she's saying that there's a part that says social and things like that, but I don't have that. So I was thinking, like, maybe there's that program that they say the non-immigrant, you know, they can apply for medical and stuff. So I was thinking maybe I apply that and then add on it. Can that work?
I can't understand what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I don't know what you're saying.
You see the medical? The medical?
Why are you messing with health insurance if you're in England and she's in the United States? Why are you even worrying about this?
Go back to drop off fucking mail. They asked for more shit.
Get up.
All right. I think we lost Yuba City. Sorry about that. All right. Let's go to EFY. EFY, are you there? Hello, EFY. We can't hear you. All right. I don't know what's going on. Sam is here. Hello, Sam.
Hello, Jane.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Great. What's up?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for all you do. So,
Sure.
Jane, real quick, I just want I came to the state 2018 September on conditional green card, and yeah, the marriage didn't work out, so we filed for divorce, and I put in my removal of condition around September 2020, and I got an extension for 2 years the first time, and I got another extension for 2 years. And ever since then, ever since September, when I checked, they said that they're gonna set up an appointment for an interview for me. That was August 2001, and I've not heard anything from them ever since then. Then last year, in law to the fact that I'm eligible for citizenship, so I filed put in my citizenship application around October 2023, and yeah, that case has been under review, and for now since November, I've not heard anything from both my removal of condition and up to now. So I don't know why that is, and I don't know what I have to do going forward.
So, what was the date of your marriage?
The date of my marriage is 2017, April 2017.
And when did you come to the United States?
I came to United States September 2018.
And so that was the start date on your green card?
Correct.
And then when did trouble start between you and your spouse?
That was around February 2019.
So you were only with your spouse for about 5 months.
I mean, Technically, been here, yes, but we've been together for almost 2 years before everything happens.
So in February, what happened? Who moved out? You moved out. They moved
Uh,
out. What happened?
she moved out. She moved out, but we didn't. I didn't file. I didn't. We didn't. I didn't file for divorce immediately. It took about almost 6 to 7 months before we were separated legally. Yeah, she moved out, and yeah, she moved out of the house, and eventually we have a daughter together. Yeah, during the course of the marriage.
So if I were to ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely do you think it is that she wrote a letter to USCIS saying you're a bad person who shouldn't get a green card?
Wow, I don't know, probably 5 because yeah, it's really toxic for me.
It's
And
so the divorce wasn't friendly or anything.
oh well, the divorce wasn't friendly. I'm not gonna say it's friendly, but yeah, we have to go through it. So the process was is a little bit uh somehow, but it is what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so when you submitted your 751 by yourself,
Yeah.
how much evidence on a scale of 1 to 10 would you say you submitted?
So I submitted our daughter's pictures, the date of birth. My name is on it as a father. Pictures of us being together since we got married up till the date we up to the date we stopped living together. I put in the apartment, our names on the apartment lease of the apartment that we had, we were living in, both names on it. The internet, the utilities bills, both names on it. ID card,
How about like evidence? How about evidence from like friends or people that knew you both?
yeah, I got one from our family, one of our family sister that lives here that actually knows what's going on, and one from a couple of my family as well, just 1 or 2. Then I submitted what they call it, joint tax return for 2018 that we had together. Yeah,
Yeah, but like, what country are you from?
from Nigeria.
Okay, so that's a strike. That they're going to be harder on that. So, and I also think that increases the chances of her saying something bad about you to immigration. So, I think that I would probably do a Freedom of Information Act request to see if you can find anything in the notes about your case about and you applied for citizenship on the 5-year rule, right?
Yeah, I applied for citizenship under 5 years. So basically, I traveled to Nigeria last year. So I
Oh, please,
went to
wait,
US.
hold on. Please don't tell me that you got married or you have somebody over in Nigeria.
No,
Okay, good.
Jim, I'm not. I'm still single as ever. I'm still focused on my life right now. So nothing of
Okay,
such. So I
okay.
traveled just to. I went home to see my family and do some stuff with my father's memorial
Yeah,
last year. So I went to USCIS after I booked an appointment to get a stamp on my passport.
yeah.
So they were able to get my old green card, and it give me a stamp that expired December last year. So I was thinking if I need to go get another stamp for my passport, if that it's a good decision or not.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. If it's expiring, if the stamp's expiring, yeah, for sure. So I don't know, man. I think I would try to track down the case. I
Okay.
would try to see if I could develop any more evidence of people that knew you as a couple in those
Okay.
5 months you lived together. And then eventually you might have to think about suing them
Okay.
because they might not voluntarily give you that 10-year green card or work on your citizenship case.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Sam. All right.
Thank
See you,
you.
buddy.
Yeah,
Okay.
bye.
Bye.
Mhm.
All right. Looks like Effie came back. Let's
Hi.
see if we can get
Hi.
them in.
Hi, Jim. Can you hear me?
Hi, Effie. How you doing?
Oh, hi. Good. I don't know what happened the first time. I was saying hello, but you couldn't hear me.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah. So my question is, so my husband and I have been together for like 6+ years now, but during that period, he cheated on me and he got someone else pregnant.
I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah. So we sorted it out. It's fine. So I filed my I-751 in 2020. and they didn't reply me until January. And I don't know how my lawyer skipped the part where he was supposed to sign. So they just brought it back to me and then said I'll have to reapply.
Oh my God. So you're saying, so that's the second case today. I haven't heard a case like this in a really long time. You're saying that they let your 751 pen for 4 years and then
Yep.
they denied it because it wasn't freaking signed?
Yes.
What country is your husband from?
He's here. He's from here.
Oh, you're the immigrant.
Yes.
Okay.
So so the thing is, now I'm going to just reapply. But him having a kid, is it gonna affect it in any way?
Wait, hold on a second. That's total bullshit. Did they send you a notice of intent to deny?
No, they just replied me that my case was closed because it wasn't signed.
Wow. And is that true? You didn't sign it?
Yeah, I don't know how my lawyer, because I didn't know it wasn't signed. I fired my lawyer because I don't know how he prepared the paperwork and would not see that.
But do you know for sure that it wasn't signed?
Yeah, yeah, because the lawyer sent me the page where I was like, "Why are you my lawyer? Like,
I'd be better off without you."
I'm telling you.
Yeah. What country are you from, Effie?
Nigeria.
Yeah. See, they're screwing with you because you're from Nigeria. There's a rule that said, how long ago was the denial?
Just I received it last month.
When last month?
On the 4th of last month.
So more than 30 days ago.
Yeah.
And let me guess, was this kid that was born, were they born after you filed the 751?
That was in 20. Yes, he was like yes, just like a few months.
So the kid's not listed on the 751.
No.
I mean, that lawyer really screwed you.
He did. He really did.
Well, let me think. What if you had an interview, what's your closest field office?
That would be the Baltimore, I guess.
Yeah. So there's a rule that's now. See, here's the thing. I don't know if technically they have the right to deny a 751 that's unsigned without giving you the chance to refile it. They might just
deny it though. They just said I should refile. It's not like that. It wasn't said denied. It just said refile.
Can you send it to me?
I don't have it right now. I gave everything to my new lawyer.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking that we could sue them and say they didn't follow the rules when they wrongfully denied it by not giving you. They're supposed to send that notice of intent to deny. If they didn't send the notice of intent to deny, that's a problem. You should also think about suing that lawyer.
Right.
I mean, you lost 4 years of your life, and now your case is going to be a lot more expensive and complicated and harder to get approved.
Yeah.
But if you want me to take a look at it and we talk about suing them and say, look, you guys didn't follow the rules. The question is if it's fundamentally flawed, if it's something that can be overcome, like if they're supposed to let you sign it. I don't know. I haven't heard that before, but I frankly haven't heard that many times of people filing forms that aren't signed. Now I've heard it twice in one day. It's very strange. All right.
Okay. So I should just go ahead and refile, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Good luck. Sorry that happened.
I know. Thank you.
See ya. All right, everybody. That'll do it. We went over a little bit. I'm off. We'll be back tomorrow. What time is the show tomorrow? 4 p.m. Central. We'll be back. And then that could be it until next Tuesday because I'll be taking some rest and relaxation. So if you got questions, come join us tomorrow at 4 or follow me on TikTok at Immigration Hacking. We're well over 108,000 followers, I think. Oh, I know we're over 107,000 followers on TikTok. So that's fun. I hope you guys have a great night and we'll see you